Building a digital product is a mistake, and that's coming from someone who's made over seven figures online from digital products alone. You see, so many people are coming up with an idea, taking their time, energy, effort, and money to create a digital product, and then they make absolutely no money. They have no results. Why is that? Well, it's because they don't sell the idea before they sell the product. Now, what I mean by this is that so many people, they're skipping out on the validation step. And this is huge. So anything that I create, I validate it with the market. I validate it with real people before I spend my time, energy, effort, money, and resources on actually creating it. And everybody is doing it completely backwards. That's why they don't make any money. So the validation comes first. So then you have a pool of people that are waiting to buy whatever it is that you have to offer to sell it to, or you have people that have already bought the idea and actually spent money on just what you put out for fillers as validations, and you actually made money before you even made the product. This may not make sense to you, but if you just give me a couple minutes, it definitely will. So, think about this. This is just business and how business goes. So, all that you need online in order to actually make money is just an idea. And the idea is what we're selling. So, think, how do you actually sell a digital product? Well, you're selling it with words, you're selling it with content, you're selling it with your communication, you're selling it with words on a landing page, right? Or a sales page. Well, in order to sell the idea, you don't actually have to have a product in order to do that. You just need to have your communication, your verbiage, your words on whatever your sales page is, right? So, if I can give you an example of this, one time I created a digital product, but I was like, man, let me validate this idea to see if it's something that people actually want. So, I announced it and I created from my idea a wait list. So, I pitched my idea to real people in the marketplace to see if they were interested in it. I built the wait list. People actually signed up for the wait list. And guess what? Some people actually paid money to get on the wait list because I told people that if they just bought it right now, they would have some type of discount for a limited time. I use limited availability and scarcity tactics to whereas I made money before I even created the product, but that's totally off of the idea. Then I went and I created the product, and I had a pool of people that had already paid and a pool of people that were waiting on the idea of what it was that I was going to deliver. It all comes down to the promise. So many people are thinking that the digital product is what makes the money when that's not the case at all. It's people buying into the idea of the promise that you are going to deliver to them. So, what is your problem that you're going to solve? What is the result that you're going to deliver to somebody? What is the transformation that somebody will receive? What is the new identity that they can visualize themselves attaining from whatever it is that you have to offer online from your idea? That's where we make the money. We do that first, and then we create the product. So we don't waste our time making this stuff that absolutely nobody wants. And that's so many people's problem is that they're trying to make business and entrepreneurial decisions, moves, and strategies off of what they think and off of what they feel. When the stuff that works and the people that are being successful, they simply make decisions off of what they know. Making a entrepreneurial decision off of something that you think is a terrible idea. What does the market think? What do real people think? Because people are going to be buying this stuff. So, just to give you an example in real time, I'm currently building a software, right? So, I'm currently building a software, a SaaS. But instead of just waking up one day with an idea for a software, which I literally did, I woke up out of my sleep, I had the idea in my sleep. Instead of just starting and building something that I've never built before and just going and embarking on a whole new journey, I was like, can I validate my idea with real people first? So I mentioned the idea to my audience, and I have a community of people that this would be helping them with because I was seeing a recurring huge problem from the viewers of my YouTube channel and the members of my community. And there's nothing out there in the marketplace that helps people with this problem. It's something that helps you not only ideate, but validate a true online offer that is something that real people would buy. And then it gives you the entire marketing plan in order to where you can build an audience of people that will buy that offer from you, because everything starts with the audience first, right? So this is a software that I'm coming up with, but I was like, okay, instead of spending my time, energy, effort, money, resources on creating this stuff, let me see if there's somebody out there that actually does want it so I can have somebody to sell it to. So I mentioned the idea to real people in my community, to the marketplace, to people that fit the demographic of other people and the masses that will buy this thing. They like the idea. So then I created a minimal viable product literally the same day. I did all this within a 24-hour span. And guess what? I got crazy feedback from people saying that they would like it. Not saying that they like it, saying that they loved it. Just off of something that I created day one, it has people's uh, gears moving. They say that the software feels like it knows them and they're thinking of new monetization paths that they've never thought of before. So from my MVP, I get real feedback on my actual SaaS or my software, to whereas now my idea is validated. I'm like, okay, let me go ahead and build this. That's just an example of something that's a software, but I did the same thing before. One time I sold a bundle that was an ebook plus a course, right? It was kind of like a bundle. I had mentioned this to real people to validate the idea. I built a wait list, and for some of those individuals, I said that they would get it at a discount if they pre-ordered it, right? This is just an idea. Well, I made money off of the pre-order, the pre-sales. Then I took about a week, uh, I think a little over a week, to write the ebook, make the actual course, and then I sold it. And upon launch, I had a $10,000 day. And actually, I misspoke. It was about 2 weeks, I think, to create the entire package that I actually promised. But upon launch, I had a $10,000 day. But that's because I pre-sold something before I actually created it, just to see if there's a demand in the marketplace for that. If nobody was interested in it, guess what? I wouldn't have made it. That's how business goes. That's how people that are successful online with digital products, whatever it is, that's how it goes. Man, even Grand Theft Auto is doing this. They're pre-selling a video game that has no physical copies. It's just a digital download. Why would somebody buy a digital download that is going to be available in abundance when it releases? Because of the promise that they'll get access to it first. This is business, not only digital, but online as well. Think of the richest guy on the planet right now, Elon Musk. Elon Musk is a trillionaire with the T. How does Elon Musk build Tesla, SpaceX, and whatnot? He builds it off an idea, a promise to the marketplace, and then a wait list, which a lot of times from his wait list, he pre-sales. Think about Teslas. He mentions the idea, the model to the marketplace. He validates it by getting people to sign up for the wait list, which for his wait list, he actually charges money for that. Then once the idea is validated, then he goes and he makes them in mass production for the marketplace. SpaceX, which got his company or got him to the $1 trillion or trillionaire or whatnot, it's just an idea. That's all that it is. It's an idea with a promise. Validates it, then he goes and he creates the rocket ships, the launches, all that type of stuff. So validate your ideas first with your audience and When people say, oh, well, I don't have an audience, build one. Everybody starts off with zero. Everybody. But the audience and the attention comes first. The productization comes second because without the people, it doesn't matter what idea you have because nobody's going to know about the idea. So isolate a problem in the marketplace, make content only about that problem, a specific painful problem that a specific person is going through. So you'll start to build an audience of those specific people that you can talk about your ideas, make a big promise to them, to whereas then you have a pool of people waiting on that promise. So then you can actually deliver on your promise and make money and be a true value to the marketplace. And this is how I've done everything online in my business from day one and what I'm currently still doing right now. So check out this playlist right here if you want to see literal from day one, the inception from idea to minimal viable product to creating a software in real time from day one. This is how the process goes.